Excellency Tran Tuan An, Minister of Industry and Trade, Vietnam, distinguished senior officials on energy, speakers, delegates, and leaders of the industry, both from the government and the private sectors of ASEAN, dialect partners and international organizations, academy and youth sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to you all, and welcome to the ASEAN Energy Business Forum, or AEBF 2020. The ABF is the highest level of a platform for communication between and among the energy ministers, energy experts, and the heads of the energy and energy-related companies operating in the region. It is a unique platform where energy producers, financiers, and important stakeholders get an excellent opportunity to interact directly with policymakers in the ASEAN energy sectors. And this year, we include the academy and research institutes in the activities to establish the triple nexus between industry, government, and research. An important highlight of this annual event is the ASEAN Ministry on Energy and CEO Dialogue. It is the only direct public-private dialogue which discusses various energy concerns and challenges. It provides recommendation to the ASEAN leaders in the development and improvement of policies, regulation, and laws for ensuring energy security, accessibility, and affordability within the framework of sustainable development in the region. This year, we have adopted the theme Responsive and Cohesive Pathways Towards Energy Transition and Resilience for ASEAN. In this year's IBF, we have prudently selected the topics of high-level speakers that will contribute toward this theme. This event also held back-to-back with the 38th ASEAN Ministries on Energy meeting, or AMEM, and other associated meetings wherein the key leaders of the ASEAN governments talk about various issues in the energy sectors. The host country for the AMEM is also the official host of the IBF. Since the IBF is organized in conjunction with AMEM this year, our host country is Vietnam. The organizing committee for IBF is chaired by the Ministry of Industry and Trade, or MOIT Vietnam. The organizing arm is the ASEAN Center for Energy, assisted by the event organizer, DMG Event. Through ACE, all energy ministers of the ASEAN member states are represented by the senior officials on energy. As much as possible, private companies, institutions, education institutions, and agencies are involved in producing an agenda that reflects the objective of the IBF. This year, the agenda for the IBF to support our team focuses on the following: shaping energy transition in ASEAN, consisting of the following session. The first, industry's role in driving ASEAN's energy transition. Second, leveraging gas and LNG opportunities to drive ASEAN's transition to cleaner fuels. The third, grid connectivity, renewables integration, and opportunities for power access, optimization, and affordability. And the fourth, bridging science, policy, and business toward resilience and energy transition. The other focus is energy transition in practice in joint exploration strategies for ASEAN, small-scale LNG solution for ASEAN, investment for ASEAN sustainable energy pathways. And the fourth, spotlight on solar, successful case studies, business models, and new pipelines in ASEAN. And the next session is the forward-looking solution and investment for ASEAN sustainable future in day 3, consisting of the following sessions. Renewable energy transition in post-COVID-19, scenario diversity and inclusivity. The accelerating role of wind in ASEAN energy mix, energy storage and hydrogen innovation, and accelerating their roles in ASEAN energy transition. And also energy efficiency as the first fuel, as well as energy investment opportunities in ASEAN member states. The IPF has 4 components: First, an international conference, which is a high-level business forum for strategic discussion, mixed with the presentation of practical business opportunities, as well as high-level discussion with researchers in the region and beyond. Second, exhibition which features key aspects of energy sustainability. And the third, a minister's CEO dialogue, a very privileged occasion for CEOs of companies operating in the region to have a dialogue with the ministers on energy. And the fourth, the ASEAN Energy Awarding ceremonies that highlight outstanding contribution in the field of energy, including the first ASEAN Energy Youth Awards, which is each awardee is provided a trophy. As you may see, IBF carries a very significant public-private partnership character. We anticipate that our discussion will generate new friendship and ties, solution and support, and venue for intellectual concepts, ideas, and highlights to the many challenges and opportunities that are home to the ASEAN region. On this occasion as well, we are very pleased to announce to all of you that the 38th ASEAN Ministers of Energy meeting will launch two important flagship documents, namely the APAEC Phase 2, 2016-2025, which serve as ASEAN Energy Cooperation Blueprint, guidance for the ASEAN member state in advancing ASEAN energy goals. The theme of APAEC Phase 2 is enhancing energy connectivity and market integration in ASEAN to achieve energy security, accessibility, affordability, and sustainability for all. And it will explore further on the energy transition and energy resilience. The APAEC Phase 2 will bridge collaboration to promote new and emerging technology and digitalization, such as hydrogen, energy storage, CCUS, enhance private sector participation to increase energy investment, address cross-cutting issues such as climate change and decarbonization of energy system, setting up a more ambitious energy intensity reduction target and accelerate the RE deployment. And secondly is the 6th ASEAN Energy Outlook, which serves as a policy planning references in shaping the future ASEAN energy landscape. The Outlook provides the policymakers with an understanding of the energy trends and challenges up to 2040. The EU6 scenarios are based on the regional policy implications that will be pursued by the ASEAN member states and looking at its impact to the energy supply and demand, and also GHG emission, socioeconomic, such as investment, job creation, as well as social costs. And of course, taken into account the impact of COVID-19 and the sustainable recovery plan. The scenarios that we develop, such as a baseline, which is projects the future energy system without any significant policy intervention. Second scenario is the ASEAN target scenario, projecting the future energy system if the member states achieve their national target on energy efficiency and renewable energy. The third scenario is the ASEAN progressive scenario, project the future energy system if the member states collectively achieve the regional aspirational target on energy efficiency and renewable energy in ASEAN energy mix. And the last scenario is SDG scenario, which is to project the future of energy system if the member state achieve the target stated under SDG 7, which is affordable and clean energy. Lastly, we would like to thank the participation of all the delegates and special thanks to the support from Petro Vietnam, Vietnam Electricity Company, and our generous sponsors, namely gold sponsors such as Venture Global, LNG, Petronas, and Mitsubishi Power, our silver sponsors such as ExxonMobil, Cheniere, and Huawei, and also bronze sponsors such as Sempra LNG and also Energy Capital Vietnam. And also our knowledge partners, Restart Energy, associated partners, Japanese Business Alliance for Smart Energy Worldwide, USAID, and also our country partner, Republic of Korea. I wish you all a successful and fruitful IBF 2020. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Stay safe and stay healthy.